All right, we are going to be learning how to subtract functions today. When we subtract functions, remember to distribute the subtraction sign to the expression that is being subtracted, or the expression is behind the subtraction sign. So here's our first problem. We have h of n equals n plus 4, and we have g of n equals 3n plus 3. We need to find h minus g of n. So the first thing we want to do is consider h minus g of n to be h of n minus whatever g of n is. So in order to do that, we fill in h of n, which is n plus 4. That's an n. Let's curve that a little bit more. And then we are subtracting that from, probably should make the subtraction sign blue, because in the beginning we talked about distributing the subtraction sign to what we are subtracting, or the function that comes after the subtraction sign. So g of n is 3n plus 3. Okay, so all we've done is taken that first function, which is n plus 4, and wrote it out, subtracting the second function, g of n, 3n plus 3. So here's where we have to distribute, because we're not just subtracting 3n, we're subtracting 3n and positive 3. So what's going to happen when we subtract 3n, it becomes negative 3n, right? And when we subtract positive 3, it becomes negative 3. So that's what we get once we distribute that here, because we are subtracting. And then in the front, nothing happens because we're not subtracting that which is in the front. So we keep that exactly how it is. So we bring down that first function, remains the same. The second function that we are subtracting gets multiplied by negative, or the signs flip, whichever way you like to look at that. And now we are ready to combine like terms. So the like terms would be, we want to put n with negative 3n. And we want to put positive 4. With negative 3. And now that they're all lined up, we can find our answer. N minus 3n will be negative 2n, and positive 4 minus 3 will be positive 1. So my answer is negative 2n plus 1. Let's move to the next one. Okay, so we have g of x equals negative 2x squared plus 3. F of x equals 2x minus 2. Find g minus f of x. So again, all that means is g of x minus f of x. So g of x we replace with the expression that it is equal to, which is negative 2x squared plus, it is not like in my curves today, plus 3. And we are subtracting that by 2x minus 2. So before we begin to combine like terms, we want to remember that we are subtracting. Now when we're adding, nothing changes, because if you add a negative 2, you still end up subtracting 2. And if you add a positive 2, you still add 2. What changes is your subtraction sign, right? So if we are subtracting a positive 2, that just becomes subtract 2x And if we are subtracting a negative 2, then that's going to become positive 2, right? Minus a negative 2 will become positive 2. Then we just bring down the front as it is. So we have 2x squared plus 3. Once we know what we should be adding and subtracting, we are going to combine like terms. So 2x to the third, there is no other squared, 2x squared, and that is negative. There's no other x squared term here. So this is going to remain negative 2x squared as it is. Positive 3 can be combined with positive 2. And then we would be left with negative 2x. So our answer is going to be negative 2x squared. Positive 3 and positive 2 become positive 5 because they are like terms. They both are variableless or don't have a variable. I'm making up words. And then subtract 2x. Oh, that should have been, since that's our answer, put all that together. Minus 2x. So you could enter your answer like this, but sometimes it asks for standard form. Standard form means that the answer is in order by exponents. So in standard form, this is what I would type in, the negative 2x squared, because the square is the greatest exponent here, and then negative 2x, the exponent on this x would be 1. And then plus 5, this is like an x to the 0 power because the x doesn't exist on this here term, or x to the 0 is 1. 1 times 5 is still 5. So this one has an exponent, x exponent 0, x exponent 1, x exponent 2. So we are going in order, starting with the greatest one first, 2, then 1, then 0.